Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back with another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 bot AI cast. We have got ourselves what should be a good one here today, as it is the very cool and chaotic Cheesy Terran bot. It is Y. As in, why on earth are you playing like such a dirty Terran, basically? And taking on Y is going to be a bit of a newer bot. It is ArgoBot, a Protoss bot built on the Sharky framework, I believe. Yes, the Sharky framework. It's fairly new, just created halfway through November, and we're gonna see how it's going to handle such extreme Terran cheese that is coming out of Y. And so yeah, ladies and gentlemen, before we get too far into this video, if we can get 2 likes for 2 barracks, that would be amazing. You guys always blow it out of the water with the likes, and then leave a comment down below saying more bots if you want to see more of these bot matches. I certainly enjoy casting them. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you do want to support the channel, maybe you've been watching for a while and you want to buy me a coffee or something like that, consider becoming a YouTube member. It goes a long way. And yes, let's see how ArgoBot is going to handle this cheese. It's not actually Marauders. I initially thought it was going to be Marauders. No, it is Reapers coming out of Y. The nice thing about Y games is they do get started very quickly. Interestingly enough, I think, is that a scouting SCV? 2 are going home, 1 is out on the map. But, yeah, let's see how ArgoBot is going to handle this. It does have a 3rd gateway going up, so it will have lots of production to respond to these Reapers. Now, the initial timing will not be great as that first Reaper comes on out. A few probes get pulled. We see that very good bot micro, though, driving this Reaper out. Although that one probe's getting a little bruised up, does take one for the team. The Stalker is about to pop out, though. For the probes, it cannot pop out soon enough as they sort of share the damage, and there definitely is a few casualties here. There's the first Stalker popping out as it does begin working on these Reapers. So ArgoBot should be fine against this mass Reaper play. However, we have seen from Y in the past, oh my gosh, Y going for a command center too, out on the map. Is this going to be like a planetary rush or something like that? I don't know. I've never actually seen this from Y. This might be a new wrinkle in the build or something like that. Stalkers are trying to respond to Reapers poking out the front. This does give one free reign inside the main base. ArgoBot does have behavior there to respond to the Reaper grenades, though, which is good to see. The Protoss still producing more Stalkers. Blink is on the way as well. That's going to be very important when it comes to trying to defend against these Reapers. Particularly if it uses the blink correctly. It's not an easy thing to aggressively blink when it comes to programming a StarCraft 2 bot, because there's a lot of ways that it can go wrong. However, if done right, it can be immensely powerful for shutting things like Reapers down. And so far, though, ArgoBot's positioning is just pretty good, responding to the Reapers as they head into the main base. The Reaper count is still rising here, though, for the Terran. The Protoss is not out of the woods yet, for those of you that don't know. Reapers in mass can actually sometimes kill Protoss. It's a very interesting dynamic, just mass Reapers against gateway units. The gateway units tend to win, but here we go! This bot is going to be Planetary Fortress rushing. A probe, however, is already programmed to block that location. I can't believe that that's got to actually be part of the Sharky framework. Just having that base behavior built in. This is not the first Planetary Fortress rush. It's the only one I've seen in a long time. Looks like that probe may go down to the command center, may be able to land. Another one gets pulled off the line. The CC does land, however, it's already burning, so that will not turn into a Planetary Fortress. Very good response by ArgoBot to shut that down. Whether that's part of the framework or whether they specifically program that in, that's very good. Yeah, and now we do have the Protoss still just trying to respond to the Reapers, though. This is the concern, as while the Protoss is dispatching some of these Reapers and honestly not getting a lot of kills, it is struggling to keep its worker count up. A few of them are going down. We do get some good blinks on top of some of those Reapers, so that is helping shut some of these down, but every probe really matters at this position. As we see, it's 8 to 30. Behind this Y does have a natural command center on the way up. It's now building Cyclones. And so ArgoBot has really just been on the back foot this game. More probes are going down. It's honestly at the point of just failure soon, I think. So ArgoBot, yeah, is having a really tough time. We see the multi-prong harassment from Y. It's pulling the Stalkers multiple different ways, which is really causing problems. The Stalkers not blinking on the Reapers here is a bit of a missed opportunity. They try and blink on one. They do not get it. There is only 3 probes out, with a 4th one being built. ArgoBot is honestly almost at the point in which it will have absolutely no economy left. One Stalker gets sectioned off there by the Reapers. And now we have got ArgoBot still just in the same situation, basically. There's no incentive for Y to really stop spamming these Reapers, to stop spamming the Cyclones. This is what bots do well. It is, they can just continuously pressure. A human, they'd probably just... You can't do this as a human. You can't hit multiple locations so long to play your opponent. And so, yeah, but in this case, ArgoBot is just getting ruined by these Reapers. As we see, a Cyclone gets killed, but then Reapers are in the main base, killing off some more probes. So despite ArgoBot's pretty good response to this, and just good opening build, it is falling further and further behind. We see a 3rd command center, or, pardon me. Oh, okay, this command center's floating back on in. So Y, I didn't even realize Y wants to land yet another command center. It's really going for this planetary fortress rush. The probe does get killed off, so that's a bit of a counterplay to the counterplay. The command center may be able to land. We'll see, as Reapers are blocking it now, but it does land. Do we get the planetary on the way? Yes, we do. Now, Reapers are still in the main base. The Stalkers are working away on the planetary quite quickly, but this is just an extra direction of pressure that the Protoss has to deal with. Not just Reapers in the main, but a planetary too. Reapers to the right, Reapers to the south. The command center does get killed off, but oh my gosh, there's actually another one flying across the map. Why isn't actually using these extra command centers to mine? It is sending them across the map, going for the kill. Eventually, Y and ArgoBot will mine out inside their main bases, so that could be significant. The Protoss, though, still unable to maintain a good worker count. It just keeps losing too many probes. Now, Y will maybe have an income drop once it mines out this main base, because it is just constantly sending its command centers to the enemy's side of the map. The Stalkers are actually poking out, trying to corner some of these units and getting close to the production, but that's just an opening for the Reapers to get into the main base. Probe trying to be a hero, trying to block that command center, but they keep getting killed off by the Reapers, as ArgoBot takes more damage to its economy, down to 4 probes. Yet again, this is one of the longest cheeses I think that has ever cheesed. And yeah, we're seeing the Protoss still blinking, still killing Reapers. Quite a few Reapers have gone down this game, 20 in total, 5 Cyclones too, a few dead command centers, but Y just has the better economy, so it can keep this pressure on. This base isn't turning into a planetary yet. SCVs are being produced there to actually try and repair it, but I don't think this one's going to get up either. Is there another one floating across the map? Of course there is. Y, it's very comical, has taken refineries, but I'm guessing it's just going to float this off too. Meanwhile, another Reaper makes it into the main base. Just the continuous production occupying your opponent. And this is a great example of how you can play bots. Like, even the best pathing and the best defensive behavior can be exploited. It's been a thing since AI has been in video games, is that you can kind of just figure out what makes them tick and abuse it. And the very cool thing about the bot AI is that, and this competition, is that you can have bots that basically exploit bots. And that's exactly what's happening here, is ArgoBot is still contained on one base. Did it squeeze out another stalker there? I'm not sure. But more probes are going down. It's up to 10. So much hard work trying to rebuild probes. It's lost 33 this game, which you might say, oh, it's not that many, but it's 33 on one base, guys. That is a lot of production time. There is still blocking going on for yet another command center. I'm wondering if we'll ever get 2 CCs in the main base as another one floats on over, as Y will be losing yet another command center to this cheese. Maybe there's a high enough stalker count. Yeah, Y is, or ArgoBot is squeezing out like another stalker here and there. Maybe that's going to be enough to prevent this sort of snowball stalemate that we've got. I guess the snowball stalemate isn't really a thing, but yeah, this stalemate that we've had. As, yeah, another Reaper goes down. The Cybercore is being worked on. ArgoBot will be able to kill a Cyclone. It's still blinking around with the Stalkers, hunting down these Reapers pretty effectively at this point. So we may have reached a turning point, and it's going to be interesting to see whether Y actually just keeps trying to float these bases in, or if it will transition. This is just such a cool thing that somebody programmed a bot to do this. I did not expect a build like this to come out of Y. It's just a bot that's not only cheesy, it's very fun to watch, as we're seeing probes have to scatter once again. Stalkers being distracted on one side, but they do get back to respond to this. And yeah, it is almost a little unfortunate for Y that it does keep floating these command centers. It really could use one in the one, as it is literally just long distance mining now. So we'll see if it holds on to one or not. It may eventually run out of money otherwise with that main mined out. We see how much less the ArgoBot has been mining, whereas Y has totally mined out its main base. ArgoBot has just had its mining disrupted so much it's still got minerals to spare. Stalkers are now out on the map, so ArgoBot breaking out of this containment. However, of course, there's always more Reapers on the way. If this production gets shut down, that could be a big win for the Protoss bot, as more Stalkers are moving out, zoning the Reapers out of the main. But dun dun dun, the command center returns. A probe, though, is on it, so it just goes to show that this behavior can be very powerful, as the Reapers are not there to allow that to land. I'm not sure where these probes are going, though. I really have no idea why they were heading on out there. Maybe long-distance mining, trying to take another base or something like that. We do have a second command center floating on in now for Y. The comical thing is that the Red Terran bot has been continuously building SCVs throughout this game, so it's on 64 with no bases up, because it's just long-distance mining. Which is definitely peak comedy here. We've now got 2 command centers in the main base. One lands, one is being blocked. They both are being shot down, and so the Protoss is holding on still, defending against this cheese. As bases are being dispatched, probes are dying during this. Good retreat there on the probes, although some of them do get bounced by grenades, as more and more of these Reapers will go down, but the Protoss is up to 13 Stalkers, so there is a world that this turns around. No, your Windows didn't just notify you anything, guys. Apparently my virus protection wanted to let me know nothing was found. And let's see here, as we do have Stalkers still moving around for ArgoBot, endlessly chasing the Reapers. These Stalkers have really been putting in the work. One of them has died at some point during all the chaos. As, let's see, more Stalkers trying to corner these Reapers. No aggressive blink on top of the Reapers, though. I am curious, because we have seen some aggressive blinks, but just, oh, like there. I'm not sure exactly what triggers that, or what conditions must be met for ArgoBot. ArgoBot is able to find the barracks of Y, though. This will cut the Reaper production drastically. I think there's the factory back at home, but that is it. No more production for Y, although it is rebuilding a barracks on its side of the map. There's a few SCVs now long-distance mining down here. The Terran bot is just totally breaking in this situation, but I do think the Protoss may have been able to take this. Of course, there is still Reapers, which can counterattack, and there is a world in which, who knows, maybe this command center can land. We'll see, as, yeah, the Stalkers are coming back, finding random SCVs out on the map. Y Definitely trying to win this one with style. We'll see if it works out or not. I am a big fan of the long-distance mining. It's like, Y's literally just been long-distance mining for like the past few minutes. And it's enough to actually keep its production up. One probe still being a hero. One Reaper trying to allow the command center to land. Another one gets assigned. Is it going to land and is it going to get up? The Stalkers are out on the map being distracted by a Cyclone. So this Planetary may just get established this time. SCVs are coming around. They're actually dropping off minerals at the Planetary because for some reason they're mining here. We'll see if they actually repair this or not. But so far, the Planetary is halfway done. This is the closest we've got to a PF getting established. The main base, the main base of Y could be in trouble here. But the Stalkers are turning around, hunting down some of these Reapers. It's very important the Reapers buy time, though. The Planetary is going to get up. Stalkers can probably kill it, though, as long as the micro is decent. And seeing as how ArgoBot does have that good Sharky micro, I think it should be fine to dispatch this Planetary. Like, Planetaries are scary, but only if there's a ton of SCVs repairing them. So we'll see whether the toss handles this or not. Stalkers moving forward, looking for SCVs that want to repair that Planetary, but the one SCV is wisely not going for this. The PF kills like 2-3 Stalkers, so not a terrible trade, seeing as how ArgoBot isn't exactly flush with cash and is on one base that's starting to mine out. Meanwhile, Y, still long-distance mining. And yeah, I really cannot think of a better name for Y to describe this game. It really is peak comedy. Here's some more Reapers and Cyclone going down. Those Reapers do need to keep buying time, as there isn't a lot going for the Red Terran bot at this point. It's got one Cyclone, one Reaper on the way at a time. However, we see one Reaper's getting chased, another is going into that base, so that's going to be some more dead probes potentially. ArgoBot has been able to get up to a nice probe count now, though, as it's actually at 21, which is the most it's had in this game. So I think ArgoBot may have weathered the crazy storm of Y, and what a phenomenal bot game this has been. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy these bot matches and just the craziness that goes along with them, yeah, click that like button if you watched all the way to the end. Subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below. Big thanks to the author who sent in this crazy replay. It's not over yet. I do think ArgoBot probably will be able to take this, though, although its Stalkers are kind of sleeping here. I'm not sure what they're trying to do, whether they're trying to, like, blink into the main base, because there's no wall. So something's messing with their pathing a little bit. Who knows? It could be the 11 SCVs running around. Meanwhile, there's more Reapers in the main base still. There is plenty of mining going on for ArgoBot compared to previously, so I think it will be fine. Stalkers blinking after the Reapers, killing them off. We do have another command center on the way for Y. Is it going to mine from it? Absolutely not. It's going to try and float to the Protoss's main, because that's what you got to do sometimes. And there it goes. I'm willing to bet that Y's actually supposed to, like, macro behind this, because it built the first command center in a proxy location. But I'm guessing that behavior is just being carried out to every other command center it's built, which is just a very funny bug. Who knows? Maybe it's intended behavior, but you think it would probably just proxy them all if that was the move. It looks like it kind of wanted to actually use these bases, but its urge to proxy Planetary is too strong. Yeah, if you guys want to try your hand at programming some of these wacky bots, go to aiarena.net. There's wonderful tutorials out there you can check out. Yeah, and just feel free to send me your replays if you do try your hand at programming a bot. If you want to play versus the bots, there's a link in the description down below to a wonderful app that you can do that with. And that, I think, is going to be it. There's one more command center floating. 2 Reapers inside the main base are actually uncontested. Now, ArgoBot did build a Stargate and a Robo. It was planning on teching. A little bit ambitious, but it should win this game here. Yeah, I don't know what I expected clicking on this replay, but we got something, that's for sure. Command center lands. It's going to eat some Stalker shots, but yeah, I don't see the Protoss or the Terran winning This way, everything's being cleaned up now. SCVs have no choice but to go to this command center, because that's where all the... That's the only command center they can drop minerals off at. 3 Reapers remain for the Terran. But yeah, that's it. What a phenomenal bot match. This is exactly what you want when you watch a bot game. GG.